All right, guys, the Screen Team is back, and we're getting ready to review one of the hottest movies out right now in all of North America. It's the brand new Ghostbusters film, and one of our reviewers has been wanting to see this film since he first caught wind that this film was being made. We got Michael Bowling on the show. Michael, your excitement for this film has been great. Did this film lead up to your expectations?
In short, yes, it did.
Okay, let's talk, because I did not get a chance to see the movie, so there's a little bit I'm confused about. Is this version of Ghostbusters, is it a reboot? Is it a reimagination? Is it just something completely new? What is it exactly?
Well, it is a reboot since it plays out like the originals never happened. So it's not a sequel. It's a reboot. But it's also sort of a reimagining. It doesn't do things exactly the same. You know, obviously it's women instead of men this time. So it's like, what if women were doing it instead of men? Mm-hmm. So it's got little elements of all that.
So to point on the whole women factor, there's a lot of people on the internet, a lot of trolls out there who are upset. Don't mess with the original. Don't do it with women. And there was a lot of controversy with that. Did recasting with women, did it bother you at all?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had any problem with it from the start.
All right, cool. Let's talk about it. What's the basic plot of this film, man?
Well, essentially, it's the same as the original to a basic extent. This group of educators, they find out that some of them have been researching, pretty much their whole lives about the paranormal, and when they finally get proof that it actually exists, they go into business for themselves, exterminating them.
And how does the public receive them at first? Are they skeptical like they were in the first film?
Well, that's interesting because it deals a lot more in this movie about people believing in than it did in the first one. Mm-hmm. In the first ones, you just kind of assume that everyone suddenly believes in ghosts. Well, for the most part, there's still some skeptics. But this movie deals a lot more with the skeptics and people believing them or not. Because one of the characters really, really, really doesn't like being labeled a fraud or a liar. So she deals a lot with that part of the aspect of it. And well, part of it is the government. I don't want to say too much, obviously, spoilers. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how much of this is a spoiler or not, but that's a big that's a big part. That's a bigger. It takes a bigger role in this movie than it did in the originals.
Okay, well let's kind of change focus then and talk about some of our characters and some of our main stars in this film. Kristen Wiig is one of our lead characters in this film. She plays a lady called Erin Gilbert. What did you think about her?
I thought she was fine. Yeah, I didn't have any criticisms about her. I thought she played the role. Pretty well. She wasn't entirely funny. Mm-hmm. But she wasn't boring either, so she did pretty good.
Okay, from the trailer, Melissa McCarthy's in it as well, and usually Melissa McCarthy kind of plays the same kind of character in each and every film that she plays in a lot of her films. But this one seemed a little bit different. Was this a different Melissa McCarthy character?
I think so. Yeah, this one's a lot more a conspiracy theorist, almost just a little bit, and she's not as harsh as she is in a lot of her other movies. I'm a big Melissa McCarthy fan. She's one of the reasons that I was excited about this movie. So, but I thought it wasn't as similar as her other roles, but she was you can still detect a little bit of it in her roles, but I'm a fan of her, so I didn't mind it as much.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people talk about Kate McKinnon's role. I heard that she steals the show. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. McKinnon was one of the best parts about that entire movie.
What about Leslie Jones? How did she do?
I thought she did very well, too. Not quite up to the level of Kate McKinnon, but she's probably a close second. I thought she did really well in this movie.
We had some eye candy in this film for the ladies. Who is it? Chris? Was it Chris Hemsworth in this?
Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
he played like the what was her name?
He plays the dimwitted secretary.
Yeah. Right. What? How did he do in the film? Did you like his character?
Yeah, I did. His character is extremely stupid, but he played it really, really well. I mean, you'd think that Chris Hemsworth was an idiot after seeing all this. So it was good comic relief. So in a comedy, he was a comic relief. So I think that says a lot about how he did.
There's a lot of cameos, and I don't want to give a lot of the cameos away for people who haven't seen the film, but Did the cameos surprise you, and were they worth their time in the movie?
They didn't surprise me because one of them kind of surprised me because I didn't think it would happen. But for the most part, they didn't surprise me. But they are very, very worth it. Every single one of them is amazing, and I giggled like an idiot every single time I saw them.
Very cool, man. What about the computer graphics in this film? What about the ghosts? Did the ghosts leave you scared? Did they leave you wanting more? How did the CGI work in this film?
For the most part, I really enjoyed it. A couple of the ghosts were actually pretty creepy, but for the most part, they were just really cool to see. You know, I've never really had a problem with CG in most movies, so it was the same in this movie. I thought it was really, really cool to look at. The action scenes were all actually really cool to watch, too. Like, there's one specific towards the end that's, okay, wow, this is actually really cool.
Now, it sounds from the tone of your voice and from what you said so far in this review that you seem to be a fan of it. Is this a movie that maybe down the line you want to purchase and see several times, or is once enough for you?
Once is probably fine for me. If I'm really bored one day with nothing else to do, I may go see it again, but that's if there's nothing else playing in the movie. But I think in general, one time is enough. Maybe I'll probably see it again once it's on DVD.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet, like I said in the beginning of the review, but I'm a huge fan of the original Ghostbusters. For people out there like me, is this worth the money to see in the theaters?
Oh, I think it is, yeah, especially if you're a fan of the originals because it has a lot of fan service and, like, throwbacks, especially the cameos. So if you're a fan of the original, I definitely say at least go see it before you, because a lot of people are hating on it without even going to see it, and I'm just like, what's the point of that? So I think you should see it at least once before you form an opinion on it. And I think if you're a big Ghostbusters fan like you and I think it's not the best movie in the world, but it's definitely enjoyable.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, did you see it in 2D or 3D?
Oh, I saw it in 2D. I went to Disney World a couple years ago. After that, 3D is just not the same.
Fair enough. Michael, brother, I appreciate your time and your thoughts on all three of these movies we've reviewed this evening. Hope to hear from you again, man, and have a great summer, okay?
All right. Hey, thanks a lot, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Michael doing some movie reviews this evening. We'll have more movie reviews for you next Saturday at 6 p.m. right here on KWOC.